Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Wade Watches, where today I'm just going to go ahead and do something different. Welcome to the first ever, trailer review, trailer reaction, footage reaction, whatever you want to call it, because my IMAX 3D showing of Fantastic Four First Steps included that theaters-only, theater-exclusive trailer for the Odyssey, and here are just my brief, very vague thoughts, because I'm going to treat this just like a movie review. If you haven't gotten the chance to see the Odyssey trailer, just in case you walk into a screening like I did and are taken by surprise by this trailer, I want you to have that same experience too. So I'm not going to tell you what is actually in the trailer, just going to give my very brief thoughts on what I just saw. And the main thing is, when I first heard that Christopher Nolan was going to be taking the Odyssey on, I was kind of taken aback by it, like I always envisioned, ever since I, had to read the Odyssey for high school, I kind of envisioned more of a Peter Jackson, Lord of the Ring approach to this story that is obviously, it's the hallmark of Greek mythology. It involves a divine intervention, and it involves a clash of the gods, man versus gods. So I always kind of envisioned someone like Peter Jackson, or maybe even Steven Spielberg taking it on. I never thought that Christopher Nolan would be the one to tackle, one of the most popular stories in all of world mythology. But here we are. And from what I saw, I think the movie's in good hands. I think it's really solid. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be like a whole prologue. I know I've never seen any of these in theaters. I've only heard from other, from people who were lucky enough to see these. But I've heard that Christopher Nolan does, whole prologues where he shows the first 10 minutes of his movies. Usually when you go and see something in IMAX, he's been doing it since The Dark Knight, and I've never seen any of those, and that's not what this is. It's just like last year's Oppenheimer teaser, where it's pretty much 30 seconds or to a minute of footage, and that's what we got here. And again, from what I saw, yeah, it's good. It's solid. The cast looks good. It looks like it's going to be appropriately dark and gritty and intense. Definitely had kind of an eerie, haunting feel to it. And I can't wait to see what Christopher Nolan does. That's all I have to say about the Odyssey trailer. Like I said, I'm not gonna get into what the footage actually is. Go see it for yourself if you're lucky enough to, go to a certain screening and this plays before it. I don't think there's any pattern to it. You just have to be in the right screening at the right time. And that's exactly what happened to me with Fantastic Four and IMAX. This played before it. I got to see it, and I thought it was really solid, really cool, really badass. And I like how, again, appropriately dark, gritty, and intense all of it felt. And let's just hope that the movie itself does justice to the original source material. I've always wanted to see a proper adaptation of this story, again, ever since I had to read it in high school. And if anybody can, step up to the challenge, can rise to the plate, it's definitely Christopher Nolan. I can't wait to see what he does with this film. I like the footage, and hopefully all of you out there are able to check it out for yourself, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been the first ever trailer, footage, whatever you want to call it, reaction from Wade Watches. And if you like what you've seen here, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.